All right, everybody. Deep breath. Let's see where we go today. This message is a collective message. So there might be some messages in here for you. The overall story may not be for you, but there may be some messages in here, especially if you're drawn by the title, which I don't know what it is yet. So if you're watching, let's see what wants to come through for you guys. Hope everybody is doing great. What wants to come through? This is the Sacred Symbols deck that I just am in love with. Knowledge, safe travel. Woo, divine feminine. Okay. So, right out the gate, we're talking about divine feminine. Not every day do we talk about the divine feminine or masculine, but I want to kind of unhook that from twin flame lore. Not that it's not a topic that we discuss about the divine feminine in twin flame, but I want you all to know that you all have masculine and feminine inside you, and you are a divine being. So I don't want you to think that when I talk about divine feminine or divine masculine, right away I'm going toward twin flame necessarily. So take it how it resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, let's see where we go this morning. I'm going to shuffle. I just get this sense of real empowerment right now, that there's a sense of like, oh, okay, I keep undermining myself and now I'm going to step into my power. I really love that. Okay. Underneath is the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, spoiler, the Magician in the upright. So I do think there's a stagnation or a stop within a connection right now. I feel like the feminine energy here is saying, hold it, just wait, okay? This is not what I want to create. This is not what I want to do in my life. It's like, stop the world, I want to get off. I don't want to have this conversation. It's possible that the feminine is pushing back on a conversation, given this Queen of Swords energy. And the King of Cups, this is a feminine and a masculine. And this is the reverse, right? The masculine of the sword with the feminine, the masculine of the king with the feminine cup, right? There's just a sense of this is trying to come together, but I feel like there's too much interference with outside elements. The Magician is one, single, right? There's something about, this is a message for some of you. In order to get to the other side with this person that you're dealing with, somebody has to be single. Somebody has to be single. Like it can't go right from a connection right to a new connection. This person has to see their worth and power first. They've got to get up off the floor. I feel like the other situation was very challenging. Not very loving, not very kind, not very generous, not very honest. Just all of these things that it's like the masculine has to right the ship a little bit here. So let's see what we're getting in the reading. I'm getting the Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Wow. Okay. So this divine feminine, I feel like I'm speaking to you. The divine feminine who was like, no, I'm not sitting in two worlds. I'm not going back to something that is not for me. I'm recognizing what's for me. I'm in my power. I'm in my passion. The Star in reverse, the Hanged Man in the upright. No, the Hanged Man in reverse, which makes him in the upright, honestly, right? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So normally I don't do reversals. You know that. Okay. Ace of Swords in the reverse, Page of Cups, and the Sun. So normally I don't really work with a deck that's sort of all discombobulated. Most of the time it is taking on the energy of previous readings or things like that. But I will say I did prepare this deck for this day. This is my first reading of the morning. So I feel like it has a fresh perspective. This deck is bringing me a fresh perspective on something. And it's like the healing is being held up without any kind of surrender of the ego. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is about ego. There's also no truth here. There's also, so it's sort of like this feminine energy is embracing their path and saying, you know what? No, I'm not doing anything that I wouldn't want to, I don't know, something about bringing me shame or bringing, I just feel like there's a sense of like, no, this isn't the right moment. This isn't the right time. This isn't the right thing to do. And I do feel like the masculine may be sitting in this magician energy, but feeling sort of powerless, okay, right now, feeling sort of powerless. So I'm definitely seeing that the feminine is saying, I'm not going to pursue this. Okay, I'm not going to, whoopsie, come on back here. I'm not, okay, I'm not going to pursue this. I'm not going to go through this cycle again. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go in that direction until the masculine works on their own healing and stops. I feel, okay, all due respect, divine masculine, this may or may not be your story, but there is something about, there's nothing I can do about it. There's a feeling of hopelessness here with this divine masculine, that they're like, well, you know, I don't really have to go through healing. I don't, this whole healing thing seems a little bit outrageous to me, but it is stopping the masculine from moving forward. And I feel like there's something about their ego that says, I don't think I need to do healing, or this whole idea, you know, of working through my childhood wounds and shadow work and all this stuff. I feel like the masculine thinks it's like sentimental bosh. Just like, I've done fine up until now. But have you? I'll wait, because I don't think the masculine has done fine. I don't. I think the masculine is still in their cycles. The masculine is still not gaining clarity for themselves. They are still in a place where I feel like they're telling themselves a lie. That if this is something, you know, I could move forward in this relationship right now and everything. I feel like the feminine is being waved off here. The feminine is like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go work on I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Okay, Queen of Wands here, and the Magician. The Queen of Wands and the Magician sort of taking on all the energy of all of the aces there, and really deciding to make a fresh start, make a new start. Okay, I almost feel like the feminine is quite frustrated by what's going on here, and this doesn't have to be a twin flame situation, although it could be. Now, this safe travel. So I'm going to clarify a few things. Now, first of all, I do get the sense that there's an awareness by the masculine of, oh, I messed this up. Didn't I mess this up? And the answer is yes, because there's the sun there. But I almost feel like I'm going to clarify a few things here. So maybe not all of this story is for you. Maybe just parts of this message is for you. So talk to me about this safe travel. Okay. Right away, as I was shuffling, the safe travel is about going from one state of awareness to another. So I feel like the masculine is really resisting going from one state of awareness to another. It's like, it's okay if it's egoic. It's okay if, you know, we're all about keep up with the Joneses and what do other people think. It's okay if I'm not really understanding my own heart. It's okay if I'm just cutting corners, or I'm doing things kind of on the down low that are a little shady. It's okay. It's no big deal, right? Like, I'm doing my spiritual work, but there's something here that really needs your attention. So the safe travel card, I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, the World. The Queen of Cups. I like that. And the Nine of Cups. So divine feminine, I feel like you're being called. You got two nines here and the World with the Queen of Cups. I feel like the divine feminine is being called to seek out what they want in life, to focus on what they want in life, what you want in life, divine feminine, align with your own heart, align with what you want, wishes granted here. Um, and I just almost see you kind of like, I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing in my life and my own creativity. I almost feel like divine feminine, you're being in connection with a masculine who's very slow to make any change, very resistant. Okay, very resistant. So the Hanged Man in reverse is basically an upright card. So the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So I almost feel like the message here, for me, this, and this may or may not resonate with everybody, but I feel like the Hanged Man in reverse, it's almost like a double secret probation card. It's almost, to me, it's almost like a two negatives make a positive or something like that. And I just feel like with the Star reversed and the Nine of Pentacles, it allows someone to not heal themselves, to not work through their own stuff. You know, it's sort of like, nothing I can do about it. Shrugging of the shoulders, nothing I can do about it, because I don't want to face my own ego. I don't want to face my own healing. I don't want to do anything like that. I'm going to cut corners. I'm going to, go around boundaries. I'm going to just, and I feel like this whole knowledge card that's coming up here is about knowledge of the self. Like this set of lessons that I'm seeing in this reading that has to do with the masculine being like, I don't know, like, I don't know, is, I just feel like that's nonsense. I feel like the masculine is giving themselves an excuse, or that's what they do. They excuse themselves from actually doing any of the work. And I feel like the feminine's like, you know what, I'm not on board with this. So what's interesting here is this Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. I feel like the feminine, okay, and the Seven of Pentacles here, the feminine's been waiting a long time for this particular masculine. I don't know. This is kind of turning into a twin flame reading, but just read what's here, okay? King of Wands underneath, the Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Hermit. I love this. Two of Cups. So we have all the twos. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse. And in normal reading, normal reading, whatever that is, in this reading, I just feel like this is so much of nothing I can do about it. And so the feminine's like, okay, I'm doubling back. I'm doubling down on myself. I'm doing what's right for me and getting this Four of Wands. Okay, so we have all the twos here, and it's almost like the feminine is putting together two of the twos. And the two of the twos, the feminine is putting together, I don't know, is Two of Wands and Two of Cups. Like, this is what I want. I want something that is a masculine who is integrated, a masculine who is wise, who is strong, and who also has compassion, also has their shit together, also knows, what they needed to work on. And, having your shit together means that you are self referencing enough or self-aware enough to know where those blind spots are. I feel like the feminine's like, I'm not going through this loop again. All right. I'm going to go and do my life, and you just let me know. You let me know if you're stepping into your wisdom, if you're stepping into your power. Now, this is the Aries energy here, and Aries, we do have the eclipse coming up. So in the extended, I'll look more at timing, because this is not timing. This is like a masculine that is super stuck. Okay, so the Ace of Swords in reverse, the clarity they are resisting. All right, we have three of the four of the aces, but we have the Magician, so we have all the aces here. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Not the Temperance card. The Hierophant, the Two of Swords, Right. The Two of Swords. Okay, that was a different deck. Sorry, I was like, "Ooh, I thought I had all the twos." I do. Two decks. Um, the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So the lack of clarity or the lack of telling of a truth, I feel like we're dealing with a masculine who is in a commitment right now that they are like, well, I can't get out of it. Okay. I don't know. But really, what they're doing is they're going through another loop of their own cycle, not being able to communicate very well, not knowing how to communicate with an existing person, not knowing how to communicate about their patterns, not even being very aware of their patterns. And I feel like that's where the clarity needs to step in. And so it's almost like the feminine going and doing their own thing is going to help the masculine to gain some awareness. Okay. So there's something here, and because I see this 10 of cups, there's something here about a communication that happens telepathically, or because of the shift in the feminine energy toward alignment. The shift is happening here with the feminine, and the masculine's feeling that shift. But like, it's possible for their most of their lives or most of their situation, they've been like, I'm not, I don't know what to do about it. I have no idea. And so the feminine is not responding to that, not like, okay, here's what you do. The feminine just going and walking away. Okay, walking away. So I'm going to go deeper into this reading. This has turned into a twin flame reading, but likely this is a broader kind of experience about a divine feminine energy and a divine masculine energy, the counterparts, the soulmates that are meant to be together. And there's just this sense of like, we keep looping around. We keep looping around in these lessons of ego and thinking, overthinking, instead of healing, instead of working through the lessons and healing them and then changing behavior. We're just going, I don't know. So let's continue on and see where this goes. I will look at divine feminine, divine masculine specifically, and then the collective in the extended, and we'll get some advice. We'll go deeper. And also, what don't you see coming? Because I'm getting the feeling that with all of these reversals, there's going to be some kind of righting of the ship. Okay. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.